Taboo.
It's sweet as taboo.
Taboo Tuesday. Jodie and Hayesy Taboo Topic Tuesday.
Well, Andrew, not often you do anything very nice for me, but you've brought in a delicious treat this morning.
Yeah, I really have. It's quite a big treat as well.
It is.
So this gentleman's name is Seb Guilhaus, and look, if you're familiar with so many different avenues, you're going to love Seb Guilhaus's work. Just to rattle off some things, 2020 season of Maths. Also, Seb has had a really, really good solid career in the sample, played for a number of clubs. And also, if you're a fan of OnlyFans and you're into that sort of platform, does some very good work on there. Seb, good morning to you firstly.
Good morning, Hayesy. Good morning, Jodie.
Good morning.
You've got such a huge resume. Firstly, when you introduce yourself to people, how do you introduce yourself?
It's usually I'm Sebitron from OnlyFans, SNFL, and other strange pursuits.
Sebitron. I didn't do you justice. I should have introduced you as Sebitron.
Oh, Sebitron. Okay, so I've just jumped on your Instagram.
Oh, dear.
And I might need a moment.
Yeah, so to describe Sebitron, not missing out when it comes to protein and getting that weight training in. You're in good nick.
Thank you. Yes, 35 years old. I'm trying to reverse the age at the moment.
You're doing a good
day.
job of it. So at OnlyFans, at Seb's Rig, is that correct?
There's two.
There's a couple.
Yeah, there's one that I started with my ex-girlfriend. Yes, we were sort of looking to explore everything to bring ourselves and particularly her out of our shell, as she sort of expressed it. And then there's another account which is more dedicated to what we call collaborations.
Yes. Right. bit of joint work.
Okay.
There, Jodes.
I don't trust myself to ask the next question, so you can.
Okay. On behalf of Jodie Oddie, just give her a bit of a crash course into what OnlyFans is.
Yes, I mean, OnlyFans, I guess, is a sort of a safe platform. You can use it for different things, but usually it's to explore the sexual realm, and you can do that in many different ways. There's creators, as we I guess call ourselves, who are there and they're sort of responding to requests and delivering what they think people want individually, or you can sort of bring other creators into it and sort of the world's your oyster in terms of creativity, I guess.
Wow.
So you actually get it on camera?
Yeah, you can, unless you're playing chess naked. I mean, collaboration can mean a lot of things, but usually it means you, for instance, I've gone interstate and I've teed up with a creator, and just based on interaction on social media, and we will plan out and we will film a scene, which is usually obviously fully sexually explicit scene.
Yeah.
With a videographer or with a static camera, and there's usually a narrative chucked in there. I guess that's where my screenwriting comes in. Spielberg's contacted, etc.
What was the last narrative?
The last narrative was a noise complaint. So I was the angry neighbour coming downstairs, which was actually out of the bathroom, but downstairs with the right camera angles.
Yeah.
And then there was two creators, lovely creators, dancing around beforehand, and I was furious, but I quickly changed my tone.
Didn't you go in a different direction? You said that you've pulled back just a little bit.
Yeah.
Is it going to stay as an option for you?
Yeah. Well, I've poured a lot of my energy into different realms, no pun intended. But I think there's some filming coming up, organised. One with one person, Hayley Vernon, who was on my season of Maths, which might kickstart it again. But I'm pursuing more of a mental health room, MCing type stuff at the moment, and some other business ventures, yeah. And I guess delving into that, I am taking on an MCing role for an upcoming fundraiser event for Headspace, which is a youth mental health charity. So that's coming up, and that's exciting.
Financial.
Yeah.
Can you make good money?
Yeah. So even up until, recently I haven't been hustling it too hard. Yep. It's a very lucrative business structure. So at one point I was making between $3,000 and $5,000 a week. And that was, in terms of hours, and you translate that, it is very lucrative. But I've got friends, Tilds, Alex Page Moore, and they're making up to $1 million a year, if not more.
On OnlyFans?
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's outrageous. How do you feel about doing that on camera? Are you okay? Are you comfortable with it?
Initially it was terrifying.
Yeah.
And then afterwards liberating, I guess. I guess it's the notion of how it sits with your, I guess, morals, values, and how you identify with sex in general. It's extremely it's extremely professional, so it is disconnected, compartmentalized in a sense, because obviously intimacy with the relationships is one thing. This sort of stuff is, I guess, separate.
Yeah. And without getting too personal, you said your ex-girlfriend. Did this get in the way or not? Wasn't?
Oh, no. I wasn't doing this while I was with her.
Right.
No way. No. I'm very much monogamous when I'm in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
This was after that ended, yeah.
Okay.
Just jump on Seb Guilhaus's Instagram page, give him a follow and have a look. But I think you were carved directly out of marble and given as a gift from the gods, I think. From the fitness gods, from.
I mean, do you know what's funny? He's got like a before and after shot here. I mean, I'll take the before and the after. That's not even bad. Oh, my God.
So I just wonder as well, Seb, and it sounds like you're a confident guy. You've always been a confident guy and very well known for being extremely flamboyant, so likeable, all those types of things.
Thanks, Hayesy.
I just wonder, and I feel like that I've been in a situation, particularly early days on OnlyFans, where I'd be a little bit nervous and therefore I wouldn't be able to do the things required on camera, if you know what I mean.
Says the bloke who was wearing fishnet stockings and heels and budgie smugglers on stage on Friday.
But I'd like to hope that if I was on OnlyFans, I wouldn't need 30 beers every time.
Well, yeah, you're right. And look, like I think I've been on a mission to battle my insecurities and my anxieties for a long time. So it's slowly becoming more and more conditioned, and that's sort of lessening. So yeah, I was terrified when I first started this, but then utterly liberated every time I sort of jumped so far out of my comfort zone. And I think that's sort of what I do in life now, repeatedly.
What's the feedback like?
The feedback.
Yeah. And do you get feedback from mates or anything?
Yeah, I guess, it's all subjective, thank God. But the feedback's usually just, great job. Minute 4 minutes 20, that thrust was impeccable.
I mean, that's form. Seb, I have to say that's better feedback than I get from my husband. Seb, thank you so much for coming in this morning. It's been an absolute privilege and a pleasure. Seb.Guilhaus. Follow. 95,000 followers, Andrew Hayes.
All very, very
just
satisfied.
Shy of you, though.
Thanks, legend.
I'm intrigued by this.
Yeah.
OnlyFans. Is this more common than we think?
I don't know.
Do you think people, especially younger people, when you're supporting yourself going through university and all those types of things, do you think that they're doing OnlyFans on the side?
I'm so unsure about this. Yeah.
13 24 10. Do you have an OnlyFans account? And is this much more common in society than we think? Because obviously, different stage of my life, but look, if I had my time again and this was available, I don't know.
Who's to say?
It's certainly an attractive option.
Well, I mean, you're a good-looking man.
That's very nice of you. 13 24 10. Chloe from Alberton. Good morning to
Chloe.
you.
Good morning, guys.
So,
good morning.
Are you an OnlyFans star, or do you know of somebody?
Personally, I do not have one, but I know about 5 people in my life that are creators.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
And so when you say creators, what does that mean?
So they create content either with their partner, or they are single and they go and find people to create content with, or they make solo content, all of a sexual nature, if you wish. And yeah, they just put it out there to the world and sell it.
There you go. So, and you've seen the content. What do you think about this with your friends?
I mean, good on them. They all look fantastic. They've all got great bodies. And they have the confidence to do that. And not care who sees it, which I think good on them. So all of them have traits that if a family member saw it and it didn't have their face in it, they would still know it's them, like tattoos or anything like that. So I would never be able to do that. I'm covered in quite a few tattoos personally, and if my family ever saw that, I would be mortified. But yeah, they do great.
Goodness me.
There you go. Thank you so much for the call, Chloe. You're in the draw for Nova's 10K a day in May. Congratulations.
That was so seamless.
Yeah, there you go. This is really, really intriguing stuff, because that's when you really got to test yourself. If your mum or your dad saw it,
I know.
would you be comfortable with it?
No, I just have a rule in life, like never, ever put anything out there that you would feel uncomfortable about your parents seeing.
Well, that's a pretty good rule to go by.
Yeah.
13 24 10. Are you on OnlyFans? It's a broad call, particularly for the youngsters out there when you're trying to get yourself through university, all those types of things. Leah, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're going very well, thanks. This is a strange world for both of us. Are you an OnlyFans creator?
Yes.
Oh, take us through it.
What do you really want to know?
Well,
Everything.
How did you get
Everything,
into it?
Leah.
How much money can you make? What's the address? No, I'm just kidding. Scrap that last question.
On a slow month, it can be around like $5,000. On a good month, it's looking around like 10, if not more.
What? That's amazing.
God. So, Leah, you've got a full-time job too?
Yes.
Okay. And so what sort of content are you creating, given the fact it's 8:43 and there are children in cars?
I would just say full content where your imagination would wander.
Right, yes. I'm not good with my imagination.
You were so high-pitched right then.
All right, so you're going to keep on doing it, Leah?
For a little while, like I'm anonymous, so I have a different online personality. I keep it separate from my work.
Right.
Keep it separate from my family and everything like that.
Okay.
So I'll do it for a little bit because it's really, really good money.
Yeah.
However, I can't imagine being like 50 and still on OnlyFans. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well, by then you'll be living in some mansion with all the money you
gonna
need.
keep it up.
Hey, so do your family know?
So my mum actually knows,
Right.
but besides that, no one else.
Yeah.
And she only knows because she was just asking me, like, how do you have all of this money? And I said,
Okay.
look, Mum, I'm going to be honest. I do OnlyFans.
And her thoughts?
At first, she was a little bit shocked, but then I just kind of explained, like, it's completely anonymous. You know, no one really knows who I am. I have tattoos, so I am identifiable, but, yeah, it's just the risk that you have to take. And after she saw that it was good money, she was like, okay, you do you.
Go. Hey, Leah, sorry, thank you so much for jumping on board and sharing this with us.
No worries. Thank you for talking this morning.
Wow. All right. Let's go to Mandy in Renown Park. Mandy, it sounds like you've had a crash course in OnlyFans as well.
I have, and I'm with you, Jodie. I had no clue. But, yes, the radio time, right? Explained it to me.
You're
And I'm like, oh, my God.
So your son...
Maybe I should do. Pardon?
Sorry, you just
Maybe
cut out there for
I
a
should
second.
do-
So your 15-year-old son explained to you exactly what's happening?
Yeah. He's like, Mum, you know, they make lots of money and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, my God, how do you know this stuff? And he's like, oh, Mum. And then I'm like, well, maybe I should look into that. He's like, nah, Mum, you're too old.
Wow.
There's no age limit.
Okay.
Just
Thank
go.
you, Mandy.
If you want our advice, Mandy, go for it.
No, God, no. Who would want to pay to see this whole thing?
I will. We'll pay. We'll send some money through.
Will we?
Yeah, we
Okay.
will.
Let's go to Candace. Hey, Candace.
Hey, guys.
All right. So you've been on OnlyFans?
No. I've got a great story of how things can slip up for someone if you're interested.
Yes, please.
Yes.
So I was friends with a girl, a mother. Well, she's got kids, and she did it as, let's make some extra money. Why not, right?
Yep.
If you want some extra money, let's do it. The first slip up was she has Snapchat. She added the OnlyFans account, like created a Snapchat.
Right.
Then that sent out to all of her friends and family.
Oh, no.
We wanting to be very anonymous, by the way, so she didn't want people to know.
Yeah.
She's got stepchildren and it's just messy. Anyway, so that was the first thing that happened. And then she thought, okay, let's branch out to Reddit. Let's put some content on Reddit to try to draw people in.
Oh, boy.
Well, she's since decided to cancel OnlyFans because too many people knew it got messy, got ugly, blah, blah, blah. But the problem is, it's still on the internet.
Yeah.
That those pictures and those quotes that she was trying to, you know, get all this money, get all these men, women, whatever, it's still on the internet. So the digital footprint is such a serious thing that I don't think people understand.
Yeah.
I mean, good on people if they don't, you know, care. Like, I personally couldn't. But if you want to do it and you don't mind it to be out there for the world, why not? But when you really want to stay anonymous, this is a little bit scary.
It's a really, really good point.
Yeah,
Something
it is.
to absolutely think about because it's fun to live in the moment. But
Yes.
sometimes there can be consequences.
We all do things that are spontaneous, don't we, Andrew?
Oh, yes, we certainly do. Thank you so much for the calls this morning and a lot of texts coming through as well. This one from Carly in Parkholme. She said, morning, guys. I too looked to OnlyFans during COVID. I used to do sexy cooking tutorials, so I didn't make the money that some of the creators get, but it was enough to keep me busy and pay the bills.
Guys.
So it doesn't have to be hardcore stuff.
Guys, I'm just stirring the gravy.
Yeah. Is that getting you where you need to be? No, I'm still an awful cook. But some good text coming through.
Yeah. Jodie and Hayesy, I was an OnlyFans creator for about 3 years. I used to do this as a side hustle to my full-time job. I kept doing it as it made me around 10K a month.
Outrageous.
Oh my God. I stopped once the requests started to get a bit more for me. I don't know if I should say this.
Well, you've kind of come this far. You kind of have to.
I've committed.
Yes.
So many fans were requesting me to fart on camera.
What? Is that a thing? Who's out there, you sickos? Who's requesting that?
Who's asking
Okay.
that?
You're right. That is
Who
quite
is?
morbid.
Oh my God.